Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over a team that I came in with some success at the end of today's battles for Ultra League in GBL. If you don't know, I've been trying to make Machamp work for the last 2 days outside of GBL, practicing with people that I'm ultra friends with, and I decided today was going to be the day that I was going to try it out in GBL, and actually lost about 90 rating using the team, and then I switched it up a few times. Well, I probably lost maybe 55-60 rating with Machamp only. Then I decided to try a whole bunch of other stuff since I already lost rating. Let me try these other things. They didn't really work out. This team, though, is the one I used for the last I probably used for the last 8 sets, 9 maybe, and I think we only lost one of those 9 games. I wasn't recording everything, but I did record 3 or 4 games, I forget which number, and they're in this video, so go ahead and we'll get started on that right. So this is a team we ended up doing well with, like I said, in our last 2 sets. It's Obstagoon, Cresselia, and Giratina Origin. If y'all have seen any of my other videos, you know I love Giratina Origin. I think it's really good in the meta. One thing that may push it out is Obstagoon because it doesn't do anything to it. But let's go ahead and check out some of this gameplay. So in the Cresselia matchup, we're going to be going with Night Slash. It's going to be super effective against Cresselia. We are resisting these Psycho Cuts, as well as we would resist Future Sight, but the Moonblast is going to be super effective against us. So we do get to that Night Slash first. We throw it, and then we swap out, trying to catch the Moonblast, kind of deplete this Cresselia of a little bit of energy. With our own. Now, the only bad thing about that is if we get the attack debuff, that's obviously not great. And we come in here against Muck, and the Dark Pulses are going to be super effective. It only takes 2 Dark Pulses for Muck to take out Cresselia here. These Moonblasts are going to be neutral. We're really looking for the attack debuff. We did get it right here, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to make it to another one. I don't really want to use shields in this situation. Well, no, because he's always going to beat us to the next move. He's just faster at getting to these Dark Pulses, so I'd rather come in with Obstagoon here, do a little bit of farming. Now you see I'm throwing the Night Slashes. It's because he's so low anyways, and I think that he can get taken out by our counter damage. And I don't think he's really pressuring us with any moves. Even if he throws a Sludge Wave, which I think this one does, it's only going to do about half, not even that much, maybe. Yeah. Obstagoon is very tanky, so I was really just not baiting, but just fishing for the attack buff. It's 12.5% chance. He actually ends up coming in here with a Scavalier. A Scavalier does pressure us pretty good because we're taking double super effective damage from these counters. And I decided to throw this Cross Chop before switching out, and now I know that Giratina O is super effective against both these things in the back, and I have an extra shield now on him. So I can actually just go for the Ominous Wind. It's going to get him low, and then I'm going to be able to fast attack him down. He is going to be able to get to a Drill Run, but that's okay too. That's only going to do half of our HP. We know he has Cresselia in the back. I'm going to go for 2 Shadow Balls. 1 Shadow Ball is probably going to be close to KOing at this point, and like I said, we have 2 shields, so we can definitely shield these Moonblasts. Even if I guess he thought we were going to bait right there, it might have been his only chance to win this matchup was if we baited. Yeah, even if we got the attack debuff, we are super effective, and we had 2 shields, and the thing in the back is actually pretty good anyways, so we were in a really good situation there, straight away from the lead. Now, that lead is neutral. Like I said, you are giving up switch advantage, so you could actually end up failing. This Articuno matchup, again, these are my first matches with Obstagoon, so I didn't know exactly if this matchup was good or not. I figure these fighting attacks are doing neutral damage to the Articuno, so might as well stay in, I guess. I think I don't shield this. Icy Wind's not a very hard-hitting move, and we have a lot of health anyways, a lot of bulk in general. I'm going to go for another Cross Chop here, and I'm actually going to wait for the second Icy Wind to come, because the second Icy Wind's actually faster than the first one by 1 Icy Wind. By 1 Ice Shard. And so I'm probably shielding this. I'm going to store this energy and swap maybe into Cresselia. Yeah, that's what I do. Always good when you get it right in the commentary. So we're going for this Moonblast. We beat it because it's on the third Icy Wind, which takes 5 Ice Shards to get to. And he actually ends up letting this go. I was super surprised at the time. And then he comes in with Mewtwo, which is not a very good matchup against Cresselia. So I'm wondering what's in the back. It could be a Giratina of some sort. Although I think if it was Giratina, he would come in with it. It's tough for me to know what's in the back. I think it actually ended up being a Poliwrath, but I wasn't thinking that in general. I was thinking it could be a Snorlax. Actually, Poliwrath or Machamp makes sense, right? Because then, or even a Scavalier, because they may want to save the Escavalier for the Obstagoon, and they're trying to take out our Cresselia here with Mewtwo. So those are the things that it could be. Things that have counter damage or fighting damage in general, since it's double super effective against Obstagoon. And then right here I decide, you know what? If it is something, I want to bait it out here, because he's definitely going to move out of this Mewtwo matchup as soon as I come in with Giratina. Because that matchup's really in favor of Giratina, especially with a shield, because we resist everything that Mewtwo does. Except for that Rock Slide. And actually, it's interesting that he has Rock Slide. Most Mewtwo's like to go Earthquake or Dynamic Punch. And I would recommend doing one of those. I think Dynamic Punch is actually really good in the meta. Earthquake kind of feels the same thing, does the steals with some damage. But I think with Obstagoon and Snorlax in the meta, I really am liking Dynamic Punch if you have an Armored Mewtwo. So I decided I'm not going to bait at all here. Since I have a good matchup in the back anyways with Cresselia against Poliwrath, I'm just going to go for the full Shadow Balls, do the damage. He ends up throwing here. Would have been close. We were very close to an Ominous Wind and even a Farm Down there, because Mudshot's not doing very much damage in general. And we don't need to shield this. I know it's an Ice Punch. It's not going to do a lot. We'd rather shield Mewtwo's moves. And I'm going to go for a Moonblast here, and then I think I'm going to go for a back-to-back, switch to Obstagoon. Oh my gosh. I'm not even using it so much that I don't even know its name. I'm going to go for the combo play here and hit the Night Slash. Obstagoon. The Goon Squad. Yeah, this is my new Goon Squad team. And yeah, we ended up taking out that Mewtwo. We had Shield. His team was a little weak to Obstagoon, as you saw there, but I think if he actually ended up shielding the Articuno, he might have been in a much better position. Not sure it would have mattered, but at least we would have used a shield down the line on Cresselia. Alright, so this is the third game. In fact, I didn't record the first game, maybe even the first two. I don't remember if this is 3 or 4 games. So we have a really good lead there. And then so I decide to bring in Cresselia here because I want to maintain that Giratina matchup with Obstagoon. And I want to make sure that our Giratina doesn't get placed in necessarily a even matchup as well. So I'm just trying to think of what's going to be better in the back against his Giratina if I can't actually reline up those matchups. And I think that I have a much better chance with Giratina than something that is weak to Shadow already. I believe we actually got the attack debuff there. Or I think we did. Yeah, I think we already got the attack debuff, and then I think we get a second debuff right here. So we're absolutely not scared of anything this Swampert does. We would never shield. I think about not throwing, and then I decide, you know what? I'm going to throw this move, see if I can't get the attack debuff, and then I'm coming in with Giratina and maintain my lead advantage and keep the super effective things going, right? So this Cresselia is going to get to a Moonblast here. I'll shield 1 since we already have an extra shield. Usually I wouldn't even shield this, but we already have an extra one, and I think I can go just straight Shadow Ball here. Even if he ends up shielding, we won't shield the next one. We'll get low, like 15%, maybe 20%, and then throw another Shadow Ball. But they actually end up taking it. Maybe they think they're baiting, or they want to come in with their Giratina. They already have a ton of energy on this Giratina. I know they're going to get to a Shadow Ball soon, so I just throw whatever I can right here, see if I can get a shield. I do get a shield, which is interesting, but I think it's because it really doesn't matter. The Obstagoon in the back is going to be so good against both these Pokemon, but absolutely Obstagoon is insane against Giratina Origin. Now, y'all know Shadow Ball is one of the hardest hitting damage moves in the game. Watch this Shadow Ball right here. We triple resist Shadow. Boom. Doesn't do anything. Not even one letter of that not very effective move right there. So yeah, super good move. I'm just gonna shield here because Obstagoon's what we want to keep. I think I'm actually gonna end up throwing a Night Slash here. I don't know what's better. We do have the attack boost, so I'm gonna decide to just stay in this matchup no matter what. I usually would switch into Cress here to finish off the Swampert, but we have the buff. Let's just stay in there and win that game. So it looks like I actually recorded just these 3 games. I was recording games before, but it didn't seem like... I think I stopped for some reason, or it didn't save. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, yeah. So this team got me back into the 2600s. I believe I dropped as low as 2538. I lost 80 points in the first 3 sets of the day, and I lost the first 2 games of my 4th set before making this Obstagoon. And as you saw, it really did a lot of work for me. I think Obstagoon is really good in the meta right now. The reason I was trying to make him a champ or Toxicroak work was because I think that is the next step in the meta. I think I was a little too early, though. I ran into a lot of Cresselia. I thought Cresselia had really been pushed out of the meta. You know, it's always going to be there, but I thought it got pushed to a less percentage. And I don't think we're there yet, but I do think fighting is the next step in the meta because it is going to be good against Registeel. It's going to be good against Obstagoon. And yeah, that's what I think. So I guess we'll see. I just started making a ton of Pokemon yesterday, and I now have like almost no dust. I think I used 650,000 Stardust. And if you know me, I don't have a lot to begin with. So we'll see. I probably can't afford to make any more Pokemon at this point for Ultra League. I'm going to have to save for that perfect Dialga that I got, and I'm nowhere near being able to make that, so definitely I'm going to be saving up for that, and we'll see where the rest of Ultra League goes in the next few days. I think the meta will shift, but yeah, I guess we'll see it. So if you like this video, go ahead and like, and if you want to see the next videos coming up, definitely subscribe. If you haven't hit up my Twitter or my Twitch channel, they're both those URLs, and then /VergiVerg1. So definitely come by. I'll see you in the next one.